Welcome to Glasgow Rangers Nation with me, your host, Owen James, the channel that brings you your team every single day. Guys, welcome along. So Rangers progress to the final of the Premier Sports Direct, whatever the hell it's called, Cup, the League Cup. Let's just call it the League Cup because it's more easy to say than all those other names that it could possibly be. Look, yes, we got to the final. That's a massive positive that we are through to the final. Second half was improved. The first half was genuinely one of the worst halves of football Rangers have ever played in a very, very long time. It was genuinely dreadful. I mean, absolutely embarrassing at times. And the miss of the open goal from Cyriel just goes to prove that the guy should never, ever play for the club again. Yes, I know he scored that goal, but still he is an absolute joke. I think Johnny McFarlane got it best with the tweet that he put out where he said that Cyriel either seems to spend his entire life missing, falling on his arse, moaning or being offside. That seems to be the way of it. James Tavernier again today, a massive, massive disappointment. Absolutely awful. It's almost sad to see a player who was once a top player seemingly just fading into obscurity. I mean, he gave the ball away with virtually every pass. He was to blame, well, not solely to blame, but certainly had a large part to blame for the goal. Him and Hyefte both equally to blame, as you saw from Jack Butland's reaction after the goal, where he absolutely rinses both Tav and Hyefte for the Motherwell goal. You know, I think one of the things you've got to take from this game is that the team that actually started was the wrong team. It was almost like Clement doing a massive to the fans. It really genuinely was. Picking Tav and picking Dessers, who are empty shirts, who are the biggest wastes of space on planet Earth. I've got to say this, though. This positive is the team that finished the game today was by far better than the team that started. Danilo looked quality. He looked really good today. The way he moved, his movement was excellent. For Nadim Bayrami's goal, it's Danilo's run that takes players away, that enables Bayrami to score. Go back and watch it. The movement from that man was just far superior to anything that Cyriel Dessers offered. There's a good picture actually on X at the moment of Dessers and Tav sat next to each other looking depressed on the bench, and that's where they need to stay for the rest of the season. Those two should never play for this club again. Genuinely should never play for this club again. They are both absolute wastes of space. I thought that, you know, other than that, the second half, there was a massive improvement in the second half, and it got even better once that Tav and Dessers were taken off. From the 67th minute onwards, there was a big improvement in Rangers play. And you know, there's got to be some sort of correlation there. The fact that the movement up front gets better, the passing gets better, the gameplay gets better. The fact that the right back actually tracked back, broke up an attack and won the ball. I mean, it was almost incredible. It was revolutionary. You know, Dujon Sterling, that was obviously the track back, won the ball and broke up an attack, which Tav never does anymore. He jogs, doesn't he? Even though he's feeling great. But Dujon, I thought, was great when he came on. For me, Dujon's got to start the next game. Always, I mean, it's going to be a massively tough game on Thursday night in Piraeus against a very good Olympiacos team. But for me, Dujon Sterling has to start right back. Danilo, obviously, unfortunately, can't start because he's not in the European squad, so we probably will be stuck with Donkey Dessers up front. But you know, this situation is now that domestically, moving forward in the league and moving forward in the League Cup and in the Scottish Cup, and as soon as we can change the European squad as well, we have to put a situation where Danilo is the starting centre forward, Dujon is the starting right back, or Cass, whoever it is, because that shows a massive sign of improvement. The team looked better. Wasn't perfect. I'm not saying that the team was perfect. Look, that's not the case. It wasn't, but it was better. It looked better. It moved better. It used the ball better. It just did a whole lot better. You know, it really did. It just seemed to be more mobile. It just seemed to do the things, basics even better. The movement up front gave the three behind the striker even more chance to attack. It just was a whole lot better performance. So, for me, going forward, Clement's got to learn from this. We're going to see whether or not he does learn. I mean, I personally think that Tav and Dessers will both start on Thursday night in Piraeus. I don't think the manager will have the confidence to make any changes. I just don't think he'll do it. But it's got to be done. It's got to be done. I've got to say again, I'm going to give huge plaudits to this man again. I thought this man, In fact, both these guys today were great. Again, absolutely fantastic. Again, Nicholas Raskin, whatever you want to call him, was superb today. Connor Barron as well. I mean, his reaction when the goal went in, you can see what it means to him. You can see how much he loves being at this club now. These two were very, very good again. And Raskin was superb in midfield yet again, proving what a quality talent is. And to all those people that wrote Raskin off, mate, seriously, guys, give your heads a wobble. The guy's quality. The guy is different class. Absolutely superb. So please, obviously, stop the criticism of Raskin. Give him the praise he deserves. He was excellent again today. Look, it's not perfect. It does paper over the cracks. Of course it does. But we're through to a final. Yes, we face Celtic. Yes, it's going to be really hard. But it's a final. That's the positive. That's a positive moving forward. And, you know, no matter what Clement comes out with or what crappy states or whatever he talks about, which I'm going to largely ignore now, we've got to look on that positive side of it. That, you know, we've got to a final. That Raskin played well. Barron played well. Danio's back and playing. Looks quality. Barami scored again. Another big positive from this. Now, I know I'm going to get absolute fucking pelters for this video because you're criticising Tavernier again. You have all the happy clappers will hate the video. Of course they will, because they don't like any sort of criticism of any of our players. In fact, Tavernier can play as bad as you want and be as genuinely dreadful as you want, but you can't criticise them. Whatever. But there we go, guys. We're through to a final. That's the main thing. Positive, that aspect there. Like I said, though, I'm going to repeat that message. Dessers and Tav should never play for Rangers again. Stick them in the B team, cancel their contracts, whatever you have to do. Just get them out of the club. Thank you for watching Glasgow Rangers Nation, guys. As always, please smash the likes, hit the sub, give a share, a comment, whatever, guys. Thank you very much for watching. It's a pleasure speaking to you as always. And we are the people.